February 14th, 2022, Ottawa, Canada. A nurse woke up, made coffee, checked her phone. Her money was still there. Every dollar, exactly where she left it. But when she tried to use it, it didn't work. No fraud alert, no court order, no phone call, no letter. Her account had been frozen by her own government. Her crime? She donated $20 to a truckers' protest. Her name was Melanie. Single mother, 2 kids, 11 years as a nurse. Not a criminal, not a terrorist, just a woman who gave $20 to something her government didn't like. And here's what almost nobody reported. This wasn't a mistake. This wasn't a glitch. Canada's Deputy Prime Minister, Chrystia Freeland, stood in front of national television cameras and said it out loud. The government will be freezing the bank accounts of those who are part of this blockade. No trial, no judge, no due process. A switch flipped. Now here's why I'm telling you this. Most people heard this story and moved on. They thought that was Canada. That was a protest. That was different. They were wrong. Because what happened to Melanie wasn't an emergency measure. It was a test, and the results were exactly what they hoped for. Nobody stopped them. This documentary is not about what happened in 2022. It's about what's being built right now, in 130 countries, using your money as the infrastructure. And by the time most people understand what it is, it will already be finished. To understand where we are, you have to understand where we came from. In 1989, a small company called Fair Isaac Corporation released a product that would quietly reshape American life: the FICO score. The pitch was simple. We will give you a number. That number will tell banks how trustworthy you are. And for a while, it felt fair. Pay your bills, earn your opportunities. But here's what nobody told you about FICO. Updates permissions. The tools to liberate billions of people exist, and the tools to control billions of people are being built in the same laboratories. The outcome depends entirely on whether enough people understand what's being built before it's finished. Because once the infrastructure normalizes, it becomes invisible. And invisible systems are never questioned. They're just life. So here is the only question that matters. Will money remain a tool that serves you, or will it become a system that grades you? Which means you're already asking the right questions. Stay with Finance Noir, because the next layer goes deeper than anything we've covered today. Subscribe. Protect your financial independence before the window closes. So we've named it. Now what? Most documentaries stop here and leave you with anxiety and no direction. That's not what we do. E-placing physical cash is likely a decade away in the US or UK, possibly more. But early positioning is how you stay ahead. Not out of paranoia, out of intelligence. Hard assets still matter. Gold, silver, real property. Things that exist outside digital financial rails. Diversified institutions matter. Credit unions, community banks. If your entire financial life lives inside one platform, one compliance decision ends you. Cash still works. Use it. Not every time, but enough to keep the habit alive. Because if nobody uses cash, nobody will fight to keep it. And finally, understand what is being built around you. CBDCs, debanking, ESG scoring. This is not academic anymore. The most protected people in the next financial era won't be the wealthiest, they'll be the most informed. Go back to Melanie, the nurse in Ottawa. She had done nothing illegal. She hadn't been charged. She hadn't been warned. She just existed outside the line. And a system, not a person, a system, decided she no longer qualified. That's the thing about infrastructure. It has no face. It sends no letter. It doesn't feel guilty. It just... A full CBDC rollout, completely in 2021. The Bank of England published a working paper exploring programmable digital currency. They described a system where money could be coded to only work for specific purposes. The European Union's digital euro documents discuss what they call conditional payments, transactions that only execute when certain criteria are met. In China, the digital yuan has already been issued with built-in expiration dates. Use it or lose it. Think about what that means for savings. Think about what that means for independence. Think about what that means for anyone who steps outside the line. When money expires, saving outside the approved system becomes impossible. When every transaction is recorded, there is no private economy. When access is conditional, compliance becomes survival. Let's put it together. Behavioral scoring evolved from FICO. Data infrastructure built through convenience. Corporate compliance enforced through ESG. Historical proof. Canada 2022. UK debanking cases. Thousands of quiet account closures. No explanation given. And now, programmable currency under active development. In 130 countries, none of these systems alone looks like a threat. Together, they form what economists are beginning to call a permission economy. A world where your ability to participate financially is not based on wealth, not based on crime, based on compliance. The most dangerous part of a permission economy isn't the moment the gate closes. It's the years before when the gate is wide open and nobody thinks to ask why it exists at all. This is the pattern of every control system in history. The tools arrive before the justification does. And when the justification finally comes, it won't sound like control. It will sound like efficiency. It will feel like just another update. Took notes. We don't call ours a social credit system. We call it ESG. Environmental, social, governance. On the surface, it sounds responsible, ethical, forward-thinking. But follow the money, and the story changes. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, controlling over $10 trillion, began using ESG scores to decide where capital flows. In plain English, if your company doesn't score high enough, funding dries up. Loans become expensive. Investors walk. And it's already happening. In 2022, Bank of America quietly stopped financing certain firearms manufacturers. JP Morgan Chase closed accounts connected to political figures whose views conflicted with internal policy. In the United Kingdom, Nigel Farage, a former politician with a national platform, had his personal account at Coutts Bank closed. When the internal documents leaked, the truth came out. It wasn't financial risk. It wasn't suspicious activity. It was his opinions. His opinions. And if a man with lawyers with media access, with a national audience, can still be quietly debanked. What do you think happens to you? With no headlines, with no cameras, with no one watching. Now we arrive at the part most people haven't reached yet. Central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. By 2024, over 130 countries, representing 98% of global GDP, were actively researching or piloting a CBDC. The United States has Project Hamilton and Project Cedar. The European Union has its digital euro. China already runs the digital yuan. With over 260 million active wallets, the marketing is clean. Faster payments, lower costs, financial inclusion for everyone. What they leave out of the brochure is one word: programmable. A physical $20 bill does not know who you are. It doesn't check your browsing history. It doesn't have an expiration date. It cannot refuse to work at a gas station at midnight. A CBDC can do all of that. A system that scores humans never stays limited to one category. Because what FICO actually taught the financial world was this: quantified humans are manageable humans. Put a number on someone's reliability, and you control the gate. Fast forward to 2007, the iPhone launches. Within 5 years, 2 billion people are carrying a device that tracks their location, their purchases, their social connections, their daily habits. Not because anyone forced them, because it was useful, but convenience was never the final product. The final product was data. Your data. While Western countries were building social media empires, China was running a different kind of experiment. Starting around 2014, the Chinese government began piloting what they called a social credit system. Here is what that looks like in practice. A man in Rongcheng province was caught jaywalking. His social score dropped. Within weeks, he could not buy a train ticket. A business owner in Shanghai missed a single court-ordered payment. Her children were blocked from attending private schools. A journalist who wrote critically about local officials found herself unable to book a flight. Not arrested, not charged, just restricted. A digital cage, built from data, enforced without a single human conversation. The West watched this and called it dystopian. Then quietly, subscribe.